I have never seen such a twisted officer. While the soldiers were training, he took out a grenade and threw it into the crowd without a word. Everyone was frightened and fled in panic, but only one little skinny guy bravely sacrificed himself, using his body to cover the explosion. Fortunately, it was a dud, and no one was injured. But because of this action, he was chosen by the doctor nearby to become the Super Soldier program's most. The final candidate was named Steve Rogers, who had attempted to enlist numerous times, but was ruthlessly rejected by the medical examiner due to his short stature. Feeling gloomy, Steve could only go to the cinema alone to unwind. At that moment, a spirited young man in the front row kept chattering away, and while the audience was annoyed but dared not speak, only Steve bravely stepped forward to stop him, resulting in him getting dragged to the alleyway and severely beaten. Even though there was a huge difference in size, Steve remained resolute and finally said that classic line, "Don't you dare." Fortunately, his close friend Bucky arrived and quickly took care of the punk, making him crawl away from the scene. After that, he took Steve to a technology expo, where Howard was presenting Stark Industries' latest invention, the magnetic levitation car. But whether it was the bright lights, women, or cars, none of these interested Steve at all. His gaze was always drawn to the recruitment posters on the wall, so, with reluctance, Steve went to the medical examination center again, thinking he would be eliminated once more. But his fake identity, used over 100 times, caught the attention of Dr. Erskine. When asked why he wanted to become a soldier, Steve replied, "I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullets." Thus, Steve was exceptionally selected by the doctor, becoming the most physically frail soldier in history. Although Steve fulfilled his wish, in the subsequent training programs, his small stature naturally made him the object of ridicule by others. However, Steve didn't mind as much, because despite lacking in physical strength, he had an intellectual advantage, that day, to train their reactions. When the officer threw a grenade into the crowd during training, everyone else scattered, but only Steve selflessly used his body to cover the grenade. Although the grenade did not explode, this proved that the doctor had not misjudged. Steve was the best candidate for the Super Soldier program. He told Steve that while the serum could enhance a person's physique, it would also affect their personality. A righteous person would become more righteous, while conversely, a bad person would become more... Despite knowing the dangers of the experiment, the righteous Steve followed Carter to the secret base. After waiting for the machine adjustments to be completed, Steve resolutely lay inside. Accompanied by the countdown's end, the 6 vials of super serum were injected into Steve's body. Then Howard activated the switch, with 90% of the power being channeled into the machine in front of them. When the chamber doors opened, the perfectly built soldier made a dazzling entrance.